Yo, what's good, people? Welcome to the channel where we talk about music licensing, music production, and music business. If you love any of the previously mentioned, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on all my latest content and hit that bell icon so you know exactly when that new content is dropping. So shout out to everybody, man, in the room. Let me know where you guys are from and what y'all do, man. Matthew Jameson, I see you. What's good, bro? Hope all is well. Rudy Banks, what's up? Jay Hurd, what's good? Queen Yane, is that how you say it? What's good? I am Flux, what's up? Been amazing, what's going on? So yeah, we back. It's another live Q&A, man. We're gonna answer some questions. Hopefully my guy Mahogany Beats is gonna join us on this joint and answer some questions as well, and just kind of chop it up, man, with you guys. Should be super dope. But yeah, shoot, it's Wednesday already. Like, the week just started and like it's halfway over already. It's flying. So hopefully it's been productive for y'all. I hope so. We like productivity over here. So we got Tempo Sync from Boston. That's what's up. I am Flux. I see you. Orlando, Florida composer. Shout out to Ben Amazing. That's what's up. Who else we got? Virginia, female producer, Janae. Okay, got you. That's what's up. Shout out to all the dope female producers out there. Much respect. Matthew Jameson got the first question of the stream/podcast is, how would I get into doing session-based guitar work for producers? That's a good question. So networking with producers is going to be the key to that. Or you can also, you know, you can sign up for like a freelance site, you know what I mean? Like Upwork or something like that. Offer your services, you know, on there. You got, shoot, you can probably network. Like if you get in some of these Facebook groups where producers hang out, let them know, hey, I'm a bass player. If you need some session work, this and that. Just getting around, just getting around producers who need what you have to offer as far as a bass. You got Instagram, you know, go through those hashtags, start building with producers on there, engaging with the content, and next thing you know it, you're building a network of producers who, you know, who want live bass on their music. So yeah, that would be my my approach. No doubt. Let me see who else we got. Resources for the modern creative. What's up, Flux Light, Yum Audio? Appreciate it. Off Key Productions. What's good? Good to see you, bro. Roosevelt Macklemore from New York. What's up? Nice. Yeah, man, session work is cool, man. Yeah, and then you can even partner with producers and you can do like a whole bass pack, live bass. Live bass is just dope. So yeah, that would be the play for that. And even not even just the producer, but maybe even, you know, networking with keyboardists too, you know, because, you know, sometimes keyboardists may be in a session playing stuff, and then they may make the recommendation for the producer to bring in a live bass, since we already on this live instrumentation wave anyway, you know what I mean? So now you know you have a network of keyboardists who can refer you for different things, as well as the producers. So yeah, can't really go wrong. I actually have a live bass sample pack. Dope. That's what's up. Yeah, that's super dope. Rudy Banks, working on guitar pack. Should I be concerned with copyright and pro since I'm doing royalty free to get my name out there? Nah. Like if it's royalty free, I mean, it depends on how how you have it set up. But I know, like me personally, like my loops are they're royalty free. Nobody has to come in and like offer me any splits or anything like that. It's just like use them, create something new with it. Just don't resell the packs and like repackage them and try and resell the loops. But yeah, that's usually how I do it. But yeah, I don't worry about the whole the pro situation and all that stuff. You could, if you wanted to, you could copyright the packs if you wanted to. But yeah, it's up to you. Matthew, I can send you some free loops as well. Are they royalty free? That's my first question. As long if I can use them royalty free, because I can't, with the y'all know I do TV stuff, so those joints have to be super free and clear. So that I don't have to come and gather up signatures and splits and all that stuff. John Tyndall, what's good? Been amazing. What's more lucrative, pitching to supervisors or a library? I think that answer is different for everybody. If you're pitching directly to a supervisor and they're not taking like any publishing splits or anything like that, and you get to keep the whole pie, then naturally that's going to be more lucrative, as long as stuff is getting placed, because you keep writer share and publisher share. If that's the situation, I've seen sometimes those situations can be different too, if they also have like a publishing company or something like that. But whereas a library is essentially the publisher, so they're going to take that publisher share of royalties. So yeah, a supervisor could potentially be more lucrative. Appreciate that, Matthew. No doubt, man. Yeah, just reply to the email you got about the stream and then send them my way. I appreciate that. Fire. Guitar players also, the new wave of hip hop has a lot of guitar session players. Fact, should definitely try to network with those guys for potential bass work. Oh, I see. Network with guitar players too. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a fact, man. Been amazing. What's your take on Splice sounds loops? I hate them. No, I'm just playing. I don't use them. I stay away from them 100% because of what I do in licensing. It's just way easier, way less of a headache to just stay away from it and just create everything from scratch. Because I just don't want those issues, man, and neither do the companies I work with. So yeah, I just stay away from them. And me personally, by the time I figure out a way to slice something up to make it sound dope, man, I could have just played something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a proficient sampler for real, like in regards to taking a loop and like chopping and arranging. It's gonna take me all day. We ain't gonna get nothing done messing around with me trying to sample. I'll sample like a sound or something and then map it on the keys. But yeah, man, it just takes me way too long too. So shout out to everybody that knows how to sample efficiently. It's a gift. Loops are messy for sure with YouTube monetization and sound recognition tech. Facts, man. I hear Splice samples on commercials and ads. Man, hey, shouts out to them for getting past all the filters. If they did, and like sometimes, man, stuff will be released and nobody's getting paid. Sometimes. So just because it's out there, it doesn't necessarily mean all the parties involved are eating off of it. Same with albums. Every producer will tell you, like, yeah, that joint dropped, but them checks didn't drop. Yo, I wonder. I hope I hope he didn't forget about us. Like, he's like, forget about them on that stream. Let me hit him up, man. He might have got tied up too. I know he's a busy guy. Let's see. Let me copy this joint. If not, then we just gonna chill. It's just gonna be us. It's all good though. Let me see. No. Make sure that joint paste. Shout out to Apple, man. They got this stuff figured out. I can copy from the computer, paste on another device seamlessly. Yo, anytime I try and use a PC with any of my device, I just get frustrated. I'm like, yo, like, I need to figure this out. Because the workflow is just so smooth across Apple devices. I love it. Did y'all see the new MacBooks though? Like with the Pro chip and the Max chips? Joints are insane. I think the GPU on the Max is like 32 cores. Insane. Tempo Sync. Speaking of TV stuff, when do you get the actual sync fee if it's available with the deal? Does that come in when closing the deal or later? Usually it's like after you close in the deal. Like they have these accounting departments and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll send in you'll get the agreement and then it'll be like, send us the invoice, and then you send the invoice to, their accounting department, and then their accounting department does what they need to do. Then they cut the check, and then, you may see that, I don't know, depends on the company. You may see it a month later or so, just depends. I'm still waiting on the check from a placement that happened a while back, like a few months ago. So, it just depends on how fast they move with publishers. At least the ones that I work with, usually is pretty, I'll say for sure within those 30 days of sending an invoice, you'll see that fee. But yeah, just depends on the situation. It's a lot quicker than like getting a major placement, dealing with major record labels. That whole process, man, that joint, you mess around, legal department be going back and forth for like 6 months before you get a check. And it's like it'll be like months just working on the actual agreement and negotiating that, and then finally they're like, okay, well, give us another 30 to 60 days to actually pay this out. So it's crazy. So I feel like sync they're a little bit quicker on the upfront payments, especially if it's an indie situation. Major situations, any like major publisher, I just feel like it's just gonna be, just expect like life, like just a longer time, because man, they gonna try and get everything they can. What's up, basements in Bangladesh? The price of pearls. Thank you for all the advice, for real. No doubt. What do you prefer, to collect YouTube royalties or let your music service collect for you? So like any YouTube royalties, like Songtrust collects those for me. Outside of like my YouTube ad revenue, just from my regular YouTube channel stuff. But yeah, I just let them deal with it, man. Kylo got waves. What's good, Kylo got waves? Glad the MagSafe chargers are back on the new. Yeah, that's definitely a win. That's definitely a win. The MagSafe joints, and it looks like they they used the same cable on that they used on the new iMacs, like that super thick, heavy duty cable. And the way they threaded it or whatever, like it just looks high like a higher quality. So yeah, so shout out to Apple for bringing that MagSafe back. Been heard about those. Logic 10.7 came out. Yes, was that yesterday or Monday? Yeah. So okay, let's talk about this. What happened to me? Was that yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. So I heard about Logic 10.7. I was like, dope. So, you know, it looks like mostly like some interface things have changed, like the way it looks, but then they added, you know, this whole Dolby Atmos capability and all that stuff, so you can mix in this what do you call it again? The spatial audio and all that stuff. So they added that. So then I started getting curious. I'm like, okay, let me see what Logic version I'm on, because I don't even remember the last time I updated. And I'm like a couple versions back, but it's because my iOS, like I'm still on my Mojave. So I made a decision because I have a Hackintosh. So I made a decision to try and upgrade real quick. Let's see if I can just upgrade. And man, let me tell you, I just ran into a whole bunch of tech issues, and I was just like, today's not the day. So I tried to upgrade. It didn't work, and there's a couple reasons why it didn't work, which I just didn't feel like really digging into yesterday. I tried a couple things, and I was just like, nah, man. This is about to be a rabbit hole of tech troubleshooting, and I was just like, nah. So at some point, I will update my iOS so that I can then update Logic Pro, so that I can test out the new Logic and then, you know, do a review video or something on it, talking about it. But until then, I'm still on I don't know which version I'm on. I'm on something. I think I'm on the version where they released the like the ideas and like the little what it looks like Ableton a little bit. So that's where I'm at with that. Appreciate that, man. Much love. I went with TuneCore for my first 2 releases, but I don't like that. But Tempo Sync already on order. Fire. Yo, like I was kind of hoping they announced a Mac Mini, like with one of these new chips, like a Pro, like a Super Pro. I know they already have the M1 Mac Mini, but I was hoping, you know, maybe, but it didn't happen. Cause I don't know. I'm thinking about just getting a real Mac again, but it would probably be a Mac Mini. I don't think I really need a MacBook Pro, cause I just don't really need a full blown laptop like that, especially with the iPad Pro. That pretty much serves as my laptop. But that's dope. I've gotten placements, but the sync fee wasn't in the deal. Yeah, that's not unheard of. It's, you know, some of them you get some upfront money, some of them you don't. Appreciate you joining us. Indeed. Same problem here. Can't upgrade my Logic because the DOS is too old. Yeah, gotta love it, man. I agree. Keep things simple so you can keep working. Facts, man. Have to. Yeah, and that's what it boils down to. But it was supposed to, like the last time I upgrade to Mojave, I had to change some things, and then it was supposed to just be a smooth update process from here on out. But yeah, it wasn't. So I was just like, So I may just wait, you know. I don't know. Cause with me, I don't update a lot. As long as it's working, I'm good. Like the only time I really update or upgrade something as far as software or plugins or iOS is if stuff stops working or I'm getting like a lot of issues on some things, then I'll start entertaining the idea of like upgrading or something. So I'll probably be able to hold off. I'll be able to hold off for a little bit. Because I'm not doing like super intense 4K video editing on my computer anymore. When I do like chop up videos, if I do, I usually do that on the iPad, and that has an M1 chip, so it flies through that pretty quick. So yeah, man. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Something in my throat. Let's see. I was holding out for the latest. My system is outdated. I had the 2008 Mac Pro. Man, yo, like, it doesn't take long for the Macs to get outdated. Like, it's crazy. I have like a late 2008 MacBook, like, sitting in one of my desks somewhere. Like, I haven't opened that in years. But it works. But, like, you know, they make it to where you can only upgrade to a certain point, and then that's it, and then it just slowly becomes obsolete. David Swims, hey Clint, just want to say thanks to you. I got my first contract from watching your videos. Any advice on my first run? Congrats, David Swims. Man, that's huge. That's where it starts, man. Getting the first deal and then ultimately getting the first placement. So congrats to you, man, for doing the work. So man, like, do what you did to get this one. That would be my advice. Like, keep that momentum going, you know, start churning out tracks for what they need, and then just like get on a consistent schedule of like delivering tracks to them. I don't know if they're sending you briefs or if, you know, you just send whatever you want to send when you feel like it, but whatever it is, you know, maybe just come up with some type of game plan to consistently submit, you know, a certain number of tracks a week or a month or whatever. Yeah, just keep that momentum going. And then, you know, once you get that first placement, it starts to get easier, man, to now you can start leveraging those credits and things like that. But yeah, now it's just about consistently delivering. And then seeing what other deals you can get under your belt. But yeah, man, now you're in the game. You get to get that experience and you know, file delivery and metadata and all that stuff. So good stuff, man. That's what's up. Love to see that. November James, shout out to Clint on the upcoming Bundle of Joy. Yes, thank you, bro. So for those who don't know, my wife and I we've known for some while, but you know, we usually don't tell everybody until after a certain time. But we got another little Clint on the way. So it's gonna be another runt running around here in my live streams, interrupting and unplugging stuff in the studio, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, man, appreciate that. Super excited about that. Yeah, that's number 2. That's kid number 2. So I'm about to go ghost. Y'all probably won't see me for another 2 years. No, I'm playing. I'll be around up until the baby's here. Man, let me tell you, like, so when we had our first kid, man, what happened? Like, I definitely went ghost for a while. Number one, because like I was legit sleep deprived. Like anybody who's had a kid, like you don't get sleep. Like it disappears from your life for at least like 3 solid months. For us, it was closer to like 5. So literally, we were just like walking around like delusional and just lack of sleep, just like surviving to take care of this human who needs us. So definitely looking forward to walking around sleep deprived. It's a beautiful thing though. Let me see. Have the Mac Mini with 16 gigs of RAM. Can handle pretty much everything I throw at it with music and video editing. That's dope. Yo, the Mac Mini is a beast, man. That little thing. And for the price, like I feel like that's the best value. That's the best value machine that they have. Like, especially if you already have like a monitor and everything else, like, you know, just from this desktop, like I have everything. So like a M1 Mac Mini, like that's it. That's a steal. So yeah. And even this one, like I think I have 16, but I can even go up to like, I don't know, 32, 64, depending on the configurations that they have with the RAM that I put in there. But yeah, man, they get the job done. We got congrats for my guy David. Thank you, been amazing. Appreciate that. How do you get briefs? So usually you get briefs is like, you know, once you sign a licensing deal with the company, you know, a lot of companies will send you what's called a brief, which is like information on what they need during a given time. And you pretty much create off of that. So I seen one come in yesterday. It was like same day. So you kind of had to have something either already made or like immediately like just jump up and create something, which I've done before too. But yeah, that's what a brief is. They tell you we need this is the deadline. This is how the files need to be delivered. This is the subject, this is the vibe. Here are some references maybe. So that's how you get it. Is getting linked up with a licensing company or a publisher that'll give them to you. Roosevelt says, I'm still in 2008. They have a High Sierra update out there that will keep you working. It's still flawless for me, and I use a lot of processing. It's actually our tracking studio's computer. Yeah, man, like that's what confuses me, man, because a lot of their older computers, man, like those joints still run. Like this MacBook still runs. I put an SSD in there. I think I'm maxed out at, I forget how much RAM I have in there, but like it turns on, it runs. It's not slow, like super slow. Video editing, no, that joint is trash. But you know, it gets the job done. I can like if I wanted to open up Logic, I can open up Logic and get some stuff done in there. Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate that. Price of Pearls. Lucci Lotus, appreciate that. Thank you, Tempo. Roosevelt, Money Up Records, World Meta Beats, thank you. Mikey, appreciate that, man. So I'm catching up on comments, apparently. First live stream here. I have tracks. I have consistency. I'm looking for the tools and companies to deliver music to. I don't want you to have to repeat yourself, but just wondering the basics. My guy. Yo, these are the basics right here. Go to this link. ClintProductions.com/link in bio. You can grab the free 6-step guide to getting TV placements. That's like the basics. If you really want to dig in and you're like ready to just jump, then get the whole Road to 10 Placements course. That's everything right there. That's everything I did to start getting TV placements. If you're doing instrumentals, you definitely have to add the How to Structure Instrumentals for TV course. There's a box you can check to add that as well. Some people get confused. Like if you check the box, it's an additional $47. So the Road to 10 Placements bundle by itself is $47 right now. It used to be like $27. It's up to $47. But then if you add the How to Structure Instrumentals TV course, that's an additional $47. Just so you know, occasionally I'll have somebody who's like, what happened? I'm just like, you click the box and it added something. So keep that in mind. But yeah, those two right there, that's going to set you up. Because in the Road to 10 Placements bundle, I start you off with like 100 something contacts that you can start researching. and reaching out to, please do your research before reaching out, because they may not be a good fit. Like I have trailer houses in there, like they focus only on trailer music. So if you send like your minute and a half, you know, ambient trap instrumental cue, like they're probably not looking for that. They're looking for like legit trailer music. So if you specialize in trailer music, then that would be a good fit. If you don't, then you may want to look at some of the other companies that are on there. But the idea with these first, 100 or so companies is so you'll know like what these companies look like. Because if you've never done this before, like you just like, I don't know, like what am I looking for? So you'll be able to see the pattern, like what these companies look like when you go to their website, what they look like. So then once you go through those 100, now you can get on Google, you can start doing research and finding your own companies and knowing exactly what they're going to look like and what to expect and where to find, their contact info and all that stuff. So you're going to get that. You're going to get, all the steps I took to prepare the music, send that off. I added a video on there on how to create like stems and track outs for TV and film and alternate versions and things like that. And then I've added some advanced strategy videos too, just, giving you guys some extra tools that I've learned along the way from just doing this every day. So that's where you get started, man. That's honestly is more than you getting the basics and the advanced stuff. So grab that joint, Road to 10 Placements course. That's everything you need, man. That's everything I did to get my first 10 TV placements in a little over a year, and it's helping a lot of people, man. So shout out to everybody who already has it, and for those who are going to grab it, man, and put the information to use. I give you the info. Execution is on you. Night Mistful, what's good? Thank you so much for placement info. One of my tracks is now a music theme for an indie horror movie named Camp Murder. That's an appropriate name for that. Congrats, Night Mistful. That's dope, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. People in this joint winning. Y'all come back. Like every week y'all come back telling me about a win. That's what I like to see. That's what's up, man. That's motivating. That's better than getting placements. For me, man, it's like, I see the placements come in all the time, but when I hear about somebody else taking the information that I share and then go out and get placements for themselves, like that is exciting, man. That hypes me up. Yes, sir. Creative. You already know. Lucci has 4 sons. Trust me, I know. Oh yeah, you get 0 sleep. Man. November James, my main rig is an early 08 Mac. Everybody using an 08 Mac. That's crazy. The 08 Mac Pro, 32 gigs of RAM, running machine, complete 12 Ultimate. Dude, my voice is like done. Pro Tools 10 HD running flawless. I'm rocking it till the wheels fall off. That's how you got to do it, man. Because Apple, they be out here trying to get you to upgrade every other year. They've been releasing iOS's or OS's like 2-3 a year. It's crazy. Like, slow down. Man, if y'all already know, like anybody who works in music production, man, we will use a machine and a software until we can't. Or until it doesn't allow us to do what we need to do. So, yep. True Vine, love your movement and congrats on the baby. Thank you. Quick question. Should I register my beat songs with Copyright Office before pitching, submitting? It's up to you. So I usually wait and I hold off on that because some companies you're transferring the copyright to them. So let them deal with all that, especially if, if you're transferring the copyright to a company so they can do whatever they need to do, there's no point. In my opinion, like, save your money because you're transferring that. But yeah. And then some like the non-exclusive companies, like if you have tracks where it's just non-exclusive and you're submitting to different companies and things like that for licensing, then you can copyright a volume. it's up to you, man. It's up to you and how comfortable you feel. And if you want that, an extra layer of protection to be able to prove your ownership if something happened and you had to go to court or something. But yeah. Do you use any outboard gear? I really love the SSL Fusion. Yo, was that beautiful piece of hardware I seen on the internet one day? Let me see. No, I don't have, but to answer the question, like I don't have any, like everything. I got a power conditioner and an audio interface. Everything else, man, it's software or like a MIDI controller. I have a cloud lifter that's plugged into this mic, but yeah, that's it. Like outside of microphones and monitors, I don't have like a lot of like outboard gear. But this Fusion looks dope. Nah, this isn't what I seen. It was a controller. It wasn't like a but right now I'm using the SSL 2 Plus interface, which is dope. His Fusion looks nice though. Like this is the thing I like about SSL, man, is like it's just simple. Dude, the big knob controls the volume. And it just works. Like I'm testing out an interface right now. There's some things I like about it. There's some things I don't like about it. But it's a nice interface. It's just sometimes I just want simple, man. Like I want to plug it up and I just want it to work. And I just want to quickly be able to do things. SSL allows me to do that. This is not a sponsored shout out, but it does, man. I like it. I'm gonna do a comparison. Like I have a few different audio interfaces over here, but I'm gonna do a comparison video because I think it'll be cool. Roosevelt said definitely no for a video. That 2008, man. You wanna put that joint to the test. Throw some 4K on that joint. You won't even be able to. Like I couldn't even I don't even think I could like play the 4K. Like the joint just wouldn't move. So yeah. It was 1080, and then even at 1080, like man, once you start adding some stuff on there. Once you add a crossfade, it's over with. No problem, Kylo. Glad I can help, man. Marketing on IG. Do you prefer ads over influencer pages, shout outs when starting out to build a brand? That's a really good question, man. Let's geek out on this marketing stuff. So I say I haven't really done. I guess I've done some influencer, like not intentionally, but it just like happened, like just being asked to be on people's podcasts and stuff, and then they ended up like being influencers in their space. So that has definitely helped. And influencer marketing today is like that's huge, man. Like a lot of brands are putting a lot of money into influencer marketing because it goes, especially if they a lot of them still have these traditional marketing budgets, so their money goes a long way with influencer pages and things like that. So if you can find a way to connect with influencers and get them to share certain things, especially if you know that their market is your target market as well, then I think it's dope. I haven't done a whole bunch of it, like intentionally, like here, boom, share this. Here's a fee, blah blah blah. But but ads can be powerful as well. Ads can also be a quick way to burn through a lot of money quickly if you don't know what you're doing, because you have to you gotta test it, and you know, you don't know if it's working until, you know, you see that it's working and making sure everything's set up. So it's a lot of tweaking involved in ads and things like that. But once you get everything right, ads are powerful as well. And I think the idea is really, if you can find a way to kind of implement, you know, all these things in your overall marketing strategy, you know, I think it'll be a dope thing. Because it's just like, it's like McDonald's, man. Like McDonald's is like mass successful, but you still see them running ads on TV and billboards and all that stuff. It's because you want to stay like top of mind when, you know, when somebody's thinking about something, when somebody's thinking about a solution that you offer, somebody's thinking about beats. Like, how do you stay top of mind? You smack them upside the head with ads, and, you know, then they see you on their favorite influencer pages, and then they see you on everything else that's related to what they love. So yeah, it all helps, and it's all powerful as long as it's done right. April K, what's good? Happy Wednesday. Thank you. Appreciate the congrats. Kai Win, what's good, bro? Hope all is well. Yep, 08 Mac here, OSL Capitan. The music paid for itself over time. The beautiful thing about this. Yeah, that's a fact. Kai Wynn says, Apple is crazy. There's no way I can really afford to keep up. Nobody can, bro. It's like the most expensive thing ever to try and keep up with all their updates. I would love to try out that new Logic Pro 10, but I don't want to upgrade to the 64-bit only OS. Yeah. I'm not mad at you, man. Like, Apple will keep you broke trying to keep up with them. Same with the phones. Like, come on, man. Like, they just dropped, what are we on now? We're on 13, iPhone 13. I have a 12. I just got this, at the beginning of the year. It's like this, they'll update a lens and then release a whole new phone because there's a new lens in it. It's like, I mean, I don't even know how powerful you need a phone to be at the end of the day, depending on what you use it for. Like, I know some people use it for video. Occasionally I'll use it for video, but it's a phone. Like, it looks the same. So yeah, usually I don't do phones, and I'll keep a phone. Like, I had one, what was it, the 9 or 8? It was the matte black one. I had that joint for like 4 years. It still works. I use it as a baby monitor now, but it works fine. But yeah, Apple, man. That's why I built a Hackintosh too, because I was kind of tired of that. Those new SSL plugs are fire on a trial now, man, dude. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. Because I have some SSL plugins I had used on some drums, man, and they got those joints to smack in a very delightful way. So yeah, dude, their plugins are dope. Do you have a subscription to any plugin companies? I was having this discussion with somebody. No, I used to have the Slate digital subscription. It's like, I don't know, $15 a month. So it was a good deal. But then I realized that a lot of the plugins that I use the most were just plugins that I already own. And I didn't use the virtual mix rack a lot. Like, I used it some, and I didn't use it a whole lot. But I know the mastering, like their FGX, I was like, dude, I use this. Like, I love this. So I canceled the subscription. Then I just bought the FGX so I can own it and then just be done with it. So I can use it however I want to use it and don't have to worry about, something happening. But another thing is, like, if you can't connect to the internet, and like something happens to where you need to connect to the internet to use the plugin or to validate the plugin or to validate the DAW, and then you're like messed up. And I can't afford that to happen either. So, yeah. But, you know, it works. It works for some. But I've had it. I've had the only one I really had was the Slate digital subscription for a while. I maybe did it for like a solid year or so. Because they, with the being able to have the unlimited updates to everything was cool. Like that was valuable. But yeah. Again, just simplifying my process at the end of the day. It was just like, okay, I'm gonna use this plugin, this plugin, this plugin, and just be done. But yeah, that's that. Yo, I don't know what happened to my guy Mahogany, man. We're gonna have to catch up on like another episode. He probably got tied up or schedules mixed up or whatever. Because I think he was tuning in from Brazil, so things happen. So we'll definitely get him on and get him back, so we can chop it up, man. Because we connected on IG, and like he's hip to the whole licensing game too, and he has experience on the major industry side as well. So it's always dope to see somebody who who's on both sides of this thing. 2-time Grammy Award winner, so he gets it. But then he also gets these other opportunities that are out here that producers are just sleeping on. So we definitely we're gonna have this conversation, man. It's gonna be dope. But yeah, Mikey just caught the Road to 10 Placements course. Can't wait to dive in. Let's go. That's what's up, Mikey. I appreciate that, man. I hope it helps, and definitely keep me posted on your progress, man. Hopefully Mikey can be the next one to come in on the live. Like, yo, I just got my first licensing deal. Let's go. So that's super exciting. Thanks. I was thinking to use influencer to test my ad copy before doing pay ads. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like, how many followers do you have, Rudy? It's like, what, depending on how many followers you have, like, I like to just, like, I test my copy, like, on my page. Like, people don't even notice. Like, I literally be testing stuff. So I'll put a post out, and I'll use my audience on Instagram to like test the copy and like see how they respond, and see if they take the action that I'm asking them to take. So yeah, so I'll test that. I'll test it in emails, and then I'll just like go in and tweak. And then if I see a post does well organically, based on just organic reach, then that's when I'll be like, okay, this one did really well. And now let's see what happens if I put some money behind it. So that's kind of how I do it. So if you have like, I mean, it doesn't even have to. You don't even have to have like a lot of followers. Just like as long as the following you do have is engaged, you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see in comparison to other posts like which ones perform best, and that's like a free way to kind of test it organically. But Instagram be blocking sometimes too. It's kind of annoying. What's good, Z-Man? Been amazing. I got an email from you, but it was in my promotion saying urgent female rap songs needed. Is that still needed, or is that just a bot email? Yo, Gmail need to stop putting my stuff in the promotions folder. Google. No, it wasn't a bot email. Like, that was legit me. I was looking for female rap songs like that day. It was like a quick turnaround. It was like that day or like the next morning I needed it by. But that was a real email. Like any email y'all get from like Clint Productions or Anthony Clint Jr., like that's us. That's legit. But yeah, I think it'll help if you add it to like your like email contacts or something. Like if you add info@clintproductions.com, then I think it'll move over to your primary email. So if y'all haven't done that, try that, and then hopefully that'll kind of whitelist it so that you know, those emails come through, and you know, you aren't missing out on opportunities, because you guys are like, if anything comes across my table, man, my email list is like the first to get it or to hear about it. Because I know like a lot of you are engaged here on the lives and my content, so you know, you get a gist of what's expected in the licensing space. Some people don't, and it's very, very obvious. But you know, I feel like there's a better chance of finding what, and it's some really, like, I get some really talented people submit, man. It's crazy. Y'all hear it on Fridays, man, when we do the critiques. So Clint, you are not using any 32-bit apps on your Mac. I had to roll back to Mojave with the help of Apple support. To be honest with you, bro, like, I don't even know which apps are 32-bit or 64-bit. I think I'm all 64 though. Like, let me see. Hold on. Because I remember the plugins that I did have that were still 32-bit, I had to download like a bridge to be able to open them in Logic and use them, and you know, not have any issues. So no, as of right now, like everything should be 64-bit that I'm using on my end. Cause I remember I was using 32 lives to be able to use some of those 32-bit joints. I'm such a pain. They used to show. I guess they don't show it no more. It's an older version. Now phones are mini computers. Yeah, pretty much. I see that there's a new SSL audio interface that came out recently. Is that is it the 2 Plus, or is it a different one? See what you learn when you come to these streams. Like, y'all got me over here Googling stuff. But yeah, I would I mean, they've already this SSL, like, they've established themselves, so you already know what you're gonna get. But I would get anything, man, from them as far as an interface or hardware gear or whatever, because you just know, like, right out the gate, the quality that you're gonna get. But yeah, they have a controller too, so if you have the plugins, like, you can use this controller to control the plugins and stuff. It's dope. We create music. What's good, bro? Hope all is well. Did you ever use Machine to master your tracks? Nah. Like, for me, man, mastering, like, that just sound mad complicated. Because I would have, like, as the way my workflow is set up, like, I would have to, like, somehow send everything back through Machine. But no, like, everything, as far as, like, the mixing and mastering process, everything is done in Logic at that point. Like, once it's out of Machine, or Machina, however you pronounce it, once it's out of there, it's all about Logic at that point. For me, mastering, mixing, panning, all that stuff, plugins, a couple plugins I'll have on there on some drums. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What is it? Kai Wei Chan, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Then that was in September. Man, can I change it to primary? Yeah, I think you can move it. I just don't know if you know, if future emails are just gonna automatically go to primary. I'm a Japanese and Turkish people right now, and I'm going to speak Turkish right now. Okay, I don't know if anybody knows Turkish, but go ahead. We'll just let it sit in the chat and see if anybody can interpret it. Mojave was the last OS to run 32-bit apps. Okay, that's what I have, right? Yep, I got Mojave 10.14.6. It is this SSL 2 2x2 USB. Yep. I think that's the one. I think that's the one I got. Yep. Is Drum Monkey plugin a good investment? What do you think about Ozone 9 mastering? I don't have experience with either one of those, so I'm sorry, I can't give you my opinion on it. I've heard good things about Ozone, but I've just never used it. I'm so tempted to upgrade to Mac OS Catalina just so I get that new light. Same here, man. That's, you know, like I tried yesterday or the day before, one of those days. But yeah, with the Hackintosh, man, updating sometimes it could just lead to extra troubleshooting. So I was just like, I think I'm gonna just wait. We Create Music TV says Ozone 9 is the truth. So there you have it from somebody who uses it. I've been getting a ton of Drum Monkey ads. Man, dude, I guess I haven't seen them. What is Drum Monkey? Let me Google it. Is this something I can just Google? Oh, I see. Nah, I haven't used it. Anybody use Drum Monkey on here? Ozone 9 is cool, just a processor hog. Oh, man. I have that Ozone 7. Nice. Z-Man said he heard the Drum Monkey is booty. Yeah, I haven't... I see. It looks interesting. But yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm super slow to like. I guess it depends on what it is. I'm super slow to hop on like plugins super duper quick. I have not used it, but I heard that it was garbage. Oh wow. For what you spend on Drum Monkey, you can get live. It's that expensive? I thought it'd be like a $27 plugin. Let me see what this. Oh, it's from Unison MIDI chord pack. I see that ad all the time. One day I'll create a plugin. All right, I'm trying to get through this. Oh, this is a long funnel. Good gracious. Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. I mean, that joint's 300. That's an entire DAW. Like, what is this, a DAW or is it just a plugin? This has to be. It has to be a DAW. There's no way that this is only like a plugin. It's just a plugin. I'm about to do a video on it, just like all the others that currently exist on YouTube. Dope. Well, everybody look out for We Create Music TV's video on this drum monkey joint. 300. It's a drum pattern randomizer. I'm not paying $300 for a randomizer. I'm sorry. That's a lot. Like, Logic isn't even that expensive. You can do everything in Logic. You can create a whole album in Logic and randomize something in the in their little drum machine. Logic is only $200. And you get everything, literally. And Logic has some really good, like, stock plugins. Wow. I just learned something new, man. Drip plugin is pretty decent. I use it every now and then. That's what's up. What does that one do? $300. Come on, Drum Monkey. Man. Hey, I mean, some people find the value in it. That's what it all boils down to, honestly, man. It's like, do you see the value in it? I'm thinking about getting the Unison MIDI pack from the. It's so funny because like with the ad, it's literally ingrained in the minds of every producer. But I heard some dope chords from that joint on the YouTube ads that I see. Yeah. Exactly. November James, like, I'm the randomizer. I will pick and randomize what I want to randomize myself for free. Man. Dean Reynolds, my guy, what's good? Man. Yeah, so wow, there you have it. A $300 drum randomizer from Unison. It seems like everybody on here is good on that. We'll pass, and you know, that's hilarious. Bro, the beats in Drum Monkey are so basic. If you can't make those on your own, then you probably just shouldn't be producing, or you should just continue working on your craft. Cause man, honestly, shoot. I mean, you sit on YouTube long enough and watch some tutorials, you can get your rhythm up, and you know, get your production skills up. But yeah, wow. $300. I mean, you can get an SSL interface for cheaper than that. Clint, what's the Slate plugin you use on your master bus when mastering? He's asking for the secret sauce. I can't tell anybody. Nah, it's the FGX, man. Slate Digital FGX. The joint is fire. I love that. That's the one I bought. Like, when I canceled the Slate Digital subscription, I was just like, I need this. This will get used. So yeah. Dean Reynolds, have you updated your eCam? The new update is so fire. Yes, I did update it. I just don't know what updated exactly. Like, I was reading through it and I was just like, I don't even know if I use half these things. But I haven't changed anything, man. Like, stuff be so like weird that I was just like, let me not play around and change something 5 minutes before the stream, because I logged in and then it hit me with the update. Then I had to like go in and like reconfigure my stream deck. It kind of threw that off. But yeah, I'm gonna have to sit on here and like and play around with some stuff, and yeah, and see what all they added on here. What is this? Oh, Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. But yeah, I'm just, man, listen, all I ask from Ecamm is stability. Like, that's all I need from Ecamm. Because, good, man, what was that? Last month? That wasn't even a whole month ago, like 2 weeks ago. That joint spazzed out on me, like in the middle of an interview. It was luckily it was offline, so then I just went over to Zoom. But then the thing about Zoom is, like, if you record an interview, like, by default that joint is like 720p. So the image quality is garbage, but yeah, stability for me wins every time with Ecamm. Do you set up Stream Deck profiles? I have one, like, for like pretty just everything that I do, but I'm gonna go back in and kind of update it because I see you can add pages now, which is it's genius. Like, why wasn't that always an option? But like, because you only get, like, you know, if you get the smaller Stream Deck, you only have so many buttons, and if you wanted more, you would have to get the bigger Stream Deck. But now they have the page thing, which is amazingly genius. So I'm gonna play around with that because there's probably like a couple other buttons that I want to add. So I'll add a different page, but for the most part, everything just kind of stays the same. Like, I don't be doing nothing super crazy and complicated. You know, but yeah, my stomach is growling now, so I'm gonna end this stream and go get lunch because your boy's hungry. But I appreciate everybody coming through, man. This was dope. We talked about some gear. We talked about Drum Monkey and its price. We're gonna get my guy Mahogany on another day. We're gonna have to reschedule. Something obviously came up, so we couldn't get him on. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys coming through. Shout out to people who are winning and getting their first licensing deals and their first placements and royalty checks and all that stuff, man. If you haven't already, definitely be sure to grab that free 6-step guide if you want to start getting into the TV and film space. It's a great time. It's fourth quarter, man. They're looking for a lot of music. So yeah, make sure you got the tools you need to succeed, unless you just want to go through the years of torment that I did figuring all this stuff out on my own. It's up to you. You know what I mean? But I like to take the quickest route and pick somebody's brain who's already done it, so I can save time and money. So dope stuff, man. You guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.